Okay, so Wednesday morning positivity cards. Let's see what the universe would like us to focus on today. What little bit of positivity would the universe like us to focus on? Okay, let's see what comes out. What would you like us to focus on today? There we go. I am beautiful because I am aware of my flaws. Now, I have many flaws. um, very much so. I think everybody does, you know. But I accept them for what they are. You know, my flaws don't cause any harm to anyone. They don't really cause any harm to myself. They used to, very much so. But that was like my mental illness. I wouldn't say that was a flaw. That was sort of like a development from the abuse. But you know, I used to see it as a flaw, very much so. But I don't anymore. You know, my mental illness has created me for who I am. You know, and I like who I am. In fact, I love who I am. You know. I'm a nice, kind person, you know, and if there's people that don't like that, then, you know, those people have really got to look at themselves and see why they wouldn't like a nice, kind person, you know, a positive attitude and things like that, you know. I know I have my haters out there, very much so, especially my family. But, you know, that's because of their own reasons, you know, it's not necessarily true. The things that they say about me, the reasons why they don't like me, you know, there's no truth in there whatsoever. So that's a flaw that they've put onto me. So yeah, it's finding out and realising what your own self is, looking deep into your own soul, your own values. And when you actually write them down and see, oh, well, yeah, this is a good value, this is a good value, this is a good value, you start believing in yourself. I mean, even with the mental health issues and things like that, it's a good value. You know, my mental illness has turned me into an empath, turned me into a caring person. It did turn me into a bit of a negative person, just from the worry and the panic and all that, constantly thinking that I was no good and that, but that was all preconditioned, what people have put onto me, and not necessarily the truth either, you know. And actually sitting back and realising that I am a good person. I can't remember what I put that with that card, so it's there. Realising that with my flaws I am still a good person. You know, I'm still beautiful. You know, I have. I used to have. Never used to think that I was pretty or anything like that. I grew up sort of being bullied, and I looked like a boy, very much so. Short hair, always boyish clothes. And then when people used to turn around and say, you know, when I was older, oh, you know, you're beautiful, you're pretty. I'd be like, nah, no, I'm not. You know, I never used to get those sorts of compliments at home either. You know, I remember it's an incident with my Auntie Christine actually. I can't remember where we was going, but I was dressed up. I was only little. I might have even been able to have worn lipstick for the first time or something like that. I can't really remember the scenario of it all, but I remember going and asking my Auntie Christine, do I look beautiful? And, you know, I was only little, but the response I got back was, don't be so vain. So, yeah. I never asked again. You know, but I never used to get told I was, you know. My gran, you know, I'd come in from school or whatever, oh God, you look a mess, look at you, look at the state you're in. You know, and I'd had a good day at school, you know, messing around like you do, playing out in the playground and getting dirty. I was a bit of a tomboy anyway, so, you know, I'd be playing football and all sorts of things, getting covered. But yeah, you know, I'd had a good time, but no, it was always a put down. It was never any encouragement for that sort of thing. So I had to learn that I am a beautiful person. I may not like some of the things about myself on the outside, but on the inside, I know that I'm an extremely beautiful person, and that's all that matters. So yeah, and I'm beautiful because I am aware of all my flaws. Very much so, and so are you. You know, everybody's beautiful, even though you have flaws. It's not what's on the outside; it's what's on the inside. That's what counts, very much so. You know, you can have the most beautifulest person in the world. That you know, somebody like Amber Heard, she looks beautiful, but the person on the inside is absolutely horrible and disgusting and evil and nasty. And oh no, you just, if you knew what she was on the inside, if she could reflect what she was on the inside, on the outside, you would never go near her. You really wouldn't. I'd hate to see the image that she would reflect on the outside if you could reflect your evilness on the outside. You know, and there's so many people out there that you know, whatever you look like, they get told that they're ugly and they're not nice people and all that, but when you look at them on the inside, when you actually look at their soul at a soul level, they're absolutely beautiful people, and we don't give them the credit that they deserve. We mock them, we call them all sorts, you know, we beat them up, you know, and it's wrong, it's very wrong. But yeah, just for their flaws, it's horrible. But yeah, accepting that you have flaws, accepting what they are. Nobody can control you either, you know. They can't put you down because of them, because you already know that you're a good person, and because you have these flaws, it's not because they don't make any difference. It doesn't even figure into the equation, like, you know. You have flaws, but you're still beautiful, you know. I am beautiful because of all my flaws, all my past mistakes, all my past conditioning. Yeah, there are my flaws, but I'm still beautiful because of them, you know. And so is everybody else, you know. When you look down and you look that you see that you are a beautiful person, it doesn't matter what other people say. You accept yourself for who you are, and nobody can change that for you. And it's just nasty people that say nasty things about good people, and it's not nice. Anyway, I hope this helped. You are beautiful, no matter what your flaws. The universe thinks you're beautiful anyway, no matter what you are. But yeah, we get preconditioned to think all sorts about ourselves from a very early age. But accepting your flaws, it takes all that power away from those negative people that try to use them against you. Very much so. Anyway, I've waffled on for nearly 10 minutes, so I shall leave that there. Thank you very much for watching, for all your likes, subscribes and shares, and all your wonderful comments. So beautiful. The support that you're giving me and the rest of the people on this channel is just brilliant. It really is. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So I should say goodbye. Bye bye.